I've been wanting to talk to Valentina Shevchenko for well over a month now, ever since her big win over Taila Santos, hard-fought victory in Singapore. She's kind enough to join us. She needs no introduction. She is the best pound-for-pound female fighter on the planet, one of the best fighters regardless of gender. She is the Bullet, Valentina Shevchenko. Kind of just, wow, look at this amazing backdrop here, Valentina. Thank you for the time. Appreciate it.
Hello, Ariel. Yes, good to hear you, but always.
Thank you. Thank you. And congratulations on your recent win. Congratulations to your sister, Antonina, on her recent win. So good times for the Shevchenko family. I want to start in Singapore if I can. Was that fight tougher than you expected it to be? Was Taila Santos a tougher opponent than you had envisioned?
I kind of like I saw her fights. I knew like that what kind of like style she would try to do. Yes, I kind of like was not expected easy fight at all. I knew it's gonna be like hard and but definitely yes, it was maybe the factor that in Singapore it was like we had almost 2 days between like weigh-ins and fight, and this is kind of like give opportunity to the fighter gain extra weight, double weight. Maybe that was the factor because like all my throws what I threw her down, I initiated that throws, I threw her, and this moment like this is a weight factor when she can like use this extra weight and like get on top or something like that. So maybe this factor, maybe that like 2 extra days is not that good for especially for me because I'm not gaining too much. And the weight fight day, when you come to the venue and you see stuff, they weighing you and see how much you are weighing. And my weight was 132 pounds with clothes.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, this is not good. 2 days I was trying to gain weight and like it could not happen. But no, yeah, it was a good fight. Taila, she's a good opponent, strong opponent. I'm glad that it was like a challenged fight. I'm glad that I could prove that no matter what, I can outcome from any kind of situation. I can it's not only about technique, it's about mental game, it's about toughness. No matter what and how you still have to find the way to win the fight. This is like my mindset, and I'm very glad that I could show that.
Did you happen to find out how much she weighed in the fight? Did they tell you that?
I never asked. I never asked, but visually you could see the difference.
Yeah, you felt that she
Huge
was
difference.
bigger? You felt it in there that she was bigger than you?
Definitely, and everyone could see. And I, after I was reading a lot of comments, and everyone said like, "Oh my God, we cannot believe this is the same weight class."
Right. After the, let's say, second round, what are you thinking? Were you worried that you were down?
You never can be relaxed. You never can be like not worry about. Even in my every winning rounds in the fight, I never thought, okay, I'm calm. I have to, everything is good. I every time try to improve, and definitely, I knew I were not in the best position for me, and I knew it's kind of like I have to deal with that, and I was trying to do my best, like even in the best in the bad position, for example, when she had my back and she was trying to choke, and even in that positions I was winning the fight because she was like trying to attempt, and I was like getting a lot of damage with punches, and this is what effect like resulting in the later rounds with the swelling, with everything.
That moment there, it was a little bit reminiscent of Ronda Rousey, Liz Carmouche, because obviously she didn't have like a traditional rear naked, but it looked like there was a lot of pressure on your jaw, on the lower half of your face. How much? No pain at all in that moment. Nothing.
Not at all. It was not any pressure.
Oh wow.
It was not like I saw. Yeah, the moment from Ronda and Liz Carmouche, it was like you could see a lot of pressure, and it was like hard to struggle. But I didn't feel any kind of like um, the last situation, like last. when you, oh yes, this is it, this is tight. So there was not any like positions that put me in the worry um, feeling
Mm.
that it can happen. Actually, no, because I had a very good control with my arms, and she never get into deep into the choke position. So it was everything close, but never in there.
Okay, so you were never close to tapping or anything like that.
No, not
Okay.
at all. Not even thinking about that.
Okay, good. There's obviously that big moment in the fourth where you clash heads accidentally. Could you tell that this affected her very much?
I don't think that this was like things that affected her very much. I think combination of every punches that I threw, it was affecting, because I saw on replay the clash of heads, and yes, it was accidentally. It could go like either way. It could affect her. It could affect me, because yeah, you never know. It just happened in the fight, and no one is wearing head protection. But there was not something like too big, too hard. No, on the replay it doesn't show that. Even after the Z, it was like more combination from me. It was one very strong head kick. After that head kick, I felt that she got knocked down after that head kick. But I don't know why, but referee stopped the fight after that kick, and he said like, okay, he put us like on separation, and I don't know what it was, but he stopped the fight, and I felt if it won't be a stop, a break between after my head kick, I could finish her in the first round, because I felt it was strong and affected her.
It felt, at least from home, that you were having a lot more success latter portion of the fight as opposed to the beginning, especially keeping the fight standing and everything that you were doing. Did you feel that way? And if so, what was the difference in your opinion?
Yeah, I think definitely the latest, like all 3 rounds, like first, second, and after like 3 rounds, last 3 rounds, it was more, because I could find the right approach to her, and I could find the distance measurement, the timing, and everything. Because yeah, sometimes it take time. It take time, and as we have like 5 rounds, fight, we have I have like enough time to find out what is the best way to win the fight. Yeah, definitely. And after I kind of like got her timing, her like things when she's entering into the clinch, what she wanna do, what she like afraid of. Yeah, this starts since that moment. I started to like getting more and more and more towards her.
When the fight ended, before they announced the scorecards, were you at all worried that maybe she had won? Was there any doubt in your mind?
Not at all. I knew it was not every single round I won, but I knew the majority of rounds I won. Yes, that's why you could see on my face there is no doubt.
Afterwards, we didn't get the traditional dance from you, and you revealed in the press conference that your foot was hurting. So, when did you injure your foot? Before the fight?
Oh, it's happened, yes, before the fight, a week before the fight, and we already was in Singapore, and it kind of like I couldn't jump on on this foot at all. So I when I kicked and I had my kick routine, I just couldn't do anything. And after like Heather Tara from UFC therapists, when they come, the UFC team, they started to fix me, and they was working hard all week, and I could able to like do stuff, but I still felt that it's kind of like hard to kick. It's painful, but in the fight it's so much adrenaline you just don't feel. And this is me as a person. I never think like, okay, I'm hurt, maybe I should avoid this kick. No, I just go there, and I think, okay, I have to do everything I can and then deal with that. And after the fight, I definitely felt that it's very hard to walk.
Wow, so you injured it while you were in Singapore. There wasn't an injury going into Singapore. It was while you were training out there.
In Singapore,
Oh
yes.
my. And what was it? Your ankle? Your foot? Like, what was the injury?
Oh, it's a middle foot on top, like on top of the like right in the middle.
Okay. And how does it feel now, a month and change later?
I didn't train for a while. I had like a lot of anti-inflammatory, and I'm very glad it's not a fracture.
Okay.
So this is a good thing. So now it's everything fine. I'm running. I'm jumping. I'm not kicking yet, but I feel that it's fine.
Did it affect your performance?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Um, just curious, one
It
last.
affected my in dance.
Yes, we didn't get the dance. We were all wondering about the dance. What about fighting in the morning over there? Was that weird for you?
I didn't feel any difference because inside the venue it's all dark and the same like feelings that we have like normally, and actually it feels the same. And I were done with all media and everything after fight. I were done about like 2 3 p.m. and I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe it's
Huh.
that early and still we can go out and eat some food in like good place. Because yeah, inside it felt the same. The difference what I could tell exactly, it's this like longer wait time between weigh-ins and the fight. This is different, and actually I don't like that. I like the same what we have like morning weigh-ins, like you have one day to eat, you fight Saturday. I don't like these 2 days of recovering weight, because I don't cut weight that much. I don't need that time to recover my weight.
Yeah, they did it. I think they were trying to like cater to the crowd here, the audience here. So they did a Friday night here, but yeah, it was very strange. And then you guys fought the following night, which was Sunday morning over there. So just very, very weird. After the fight, which is somewhat rare for you, everyone always asks you what's next, who's next, this and that, and there's a lot of interesting things going on in your career because there's 35, 25. You you mentioned Miesha Tate and Lauren Murphy. And you said if Miesha Tate won, you thought that would be a big pay-per-view fight. If Lauren Murphy won, interesting, but maybe not a rematch just yet. Well, we had the fight last weekend. That's part of the reason why I wanted to have you on now. And Miesha Tate did not win. Did you watch the fight, and were you surprised by the result?
I didn't watch the fight. I know the results, and it was a lot of damage on face of Miesha Tate. But this is kind of like real proof how hard and how strong flyweight division by itself, because Lauren Murphy, contender, like fighter, and she just beat former UFC bantamweight champion. And this is like real proof. What else you can see, right? And from other side, I feel like yes, I was thinking it would be a good fight against Miesha, but she didn't win, and it's impossible to have that fight. And yeah, I don't know, because one thing you can make weight, but another thing that you have to fight
Mm.
and in the fight. And the real what you have to do, the real job is not make weight; it's win the fight. And this is hard. Sometimes, like people can see, oh yeah, I will win that, but it's not that easy because you have real opponent, real other fighter who wanna beat you, and it's not easy. No, yeah,
Were you disappointed when you saw the result? Because it seemed like you were really interested in
no,
fighting her. No.
no, not at all, not at all. I knew it's not a fairy tale or something like that. We cannot like create history, like create like story or interest before the fight, and then like boom, magically have some winner or other. It's a life. It's a real life. I know that Lauren, she is very strong and like physically, mentally tough opponent. It will be very hard to win her, but in the same moment, I thought if Miesha can do that, it's gonna be real. Like why you why she has to fight for the title next, but she didn't,
Mm.
and no more questions. There is no discussions about that.
So since your fight against Taila, I've heard from several of the flyweight fighters, Miesha, Macy Barber, Taila. Casey O'Neill, they say, oh, now the blueprint is out as to how to beat Valentina. Now we know, like Miesha came on my show and she was very confident. Oh, I want that fight now so much. I have so much more confidence now. I saw what Taila did. I could do more. Obviously, it's not going to really work out. When you hear this
Oh my
stuff,
God.
how do you feel?
The all-time trash talkers like who you just mentioned, Casey,
Macy Barber?
Macy Park. Yeah, they don't give food for them. Just let them speak something bad about someone, because I think that this is their energy. If they don't talk something like bad or something ugly, they feel like sad and unalive. So this is why I feel they felt that they have to say something. Yeah, definitely, they have to say something, because the for example, Macy she came back from her injury. Casey, she doesn't have much to do just to speak because she's injured and recovered. So yeah, I don't even like consider their opinion and their voices.
That's fair. The idea that the blueprint is out on how to beat Valentina now, when you hear this, what do you think?
I think that it's the same that it was before. They could think whatever they can, whatever they want. But one thing, it's pretend that they know, and other things to be inside of in the octagon and try that and do that and make it live. Yes, they can work on their things, but it never will work, because I every time will find the way to turn the way out and win and continue winning and defending my flyweight. Because as I am saying, you see it, but before you feel that, you never know that.
I love it. I love it, Valentina. I love it. Now, the thing is, I said on Monday, as a result of the Miesha Tate loss, I think that now, done deal, your next fight at 35, because there's no obvious person at 25. You fight the winner of Julianna versus Amanda. That's happening in 10 days or so. Do you agree? Because Miesha lost, that would have made sense had she won, but because she lost and there's no one really out there, now you're going to go and fight the winner of that fight at 35 later on this year.
To fight 135 right now, it means that I have to build bigger muscles. I have to work on how to get myself bigger, and then to work on how to get myself smaller for going back to flyweight. And I really don't see any why I have to do that, any sense of why. Give me some reasons, like big fight or whatever, but what else? What else, right? I don't see at this moment it's really like happening,
Oh.
because I think flyweight it's the weight where I will do my next title defense. Yes, and I think yeah, let's see. I didn't think about that yet too clearly, right? And it's like yeah, depends on the what fight it's gonna be, how they will fight, and what like they wanna do, right? If, for example, some of the want to go down to 125, why not? It could be an option that I don't have to worry about my weight, putting like more weight on myself and feel comfortable, strong and speedy and very fast. And this is a lot of things to think about. But I feel comfortable right now at this moment. Weight body, what I have, without doing like extra cutting or extra adding weight. And I would like to stay healthy as I am right now and continue this journey for the moment.
Interesting, because the last time we spoke, I felt like you were warming up to 35 more so than in the last few years, and now I
I
feel
am ready. I am still ready. I'm still consider this opportunity. I'm still want to do that, but the right timing, the right moment, the right place, the right circumstances, the right conditions. Everything has to be perfect. And before we reach that, everything like on point, I don't feel that it makes sense for me.
okay. So right now, you feel in your heart your next fight is at 125. Is that fair?
I I think for now, yes. Next fight is gonna be next title defense for the flyweight division.
By the way, you said what could
Even more, especially now, because right now you can really see how how many strong opponents and strong contenders in flyweight. Even especially now, because now people kind of like, oh my God, this is a, how you said, blueprint or whatever. And I feel obligated to like on the next fight to show that it's still your thoughts, but not truth.
Oh yes. When you have a chip on your shoulder, then we see what happens. Complete annihilation. So I look forward to that. So who, if they come to you and say, Taila Santos again, rematch, would you be open to that?
I heard that she just had surgery
Right.
with her broken orbital bone, and like people sometimes they are very cruel. They wanna like put the girl in the same position, like to get another hard injury straight away, only because they wanna see and have fun,
Mm,
right?
mm.
Make her heal enough, make her feel good, come back strong at the same like 100%, not half of her face, not when she will afraid of like to be hidden. No, let her feel strong. Then I think the more obvious fight, Lauren Murphy against Taila Santos, has to happen, especially now after that fight. And then, yes, definitely, I'm ready for rematch. An immediate rematch? No, I don't think so, because it's kind of like uh, this is not how it's happened in the fights when it's about immediate rematch. But yes, let her heal all the way good to feel strong enough the same way, and then yes, we will have rematch.
Okay, so I'm just looking at the top five here. Caitlin Chukagian, you beat. Taila Santos beat. Lauren Murphy beat. Jessica Andrade beat. Then we have Alexa Grasso, who had a fight but then had to pull out. Then we have Manon Fiorot, who's a prospect, but a lot of people don't. She's fighting Caitlin. Who is there? Who's next for you? Who do you think is next?
I don't know. I didn't think about the. I never think about who they will put next for me. I usually like when the contracts coming into the my hands, like, and I need to sign. This is how I know who's the opponent. So this is not my think about that. This is not my preoccupation to think about who's next. It's preoccupation of UFC. They will know.
You
They will.
never look?
It
You never see, oh, I'm curious. Who are they going to come up with? Like, you never think about this ever?
No, before you mentioned like first top five in the flyweight, I not even knew who are they.
Wow. But it's a weird thing because you beat all of them.
So it's not my headache. It's not things
Yes,
what I have to do for. I let's put on the shoulder to UFC like
fair.
for like me and like Sean. They have to worry about that.
But the same way you mentioned Miesha and Lauren, is there anyone who you haven't fought at 25 that you think would be, an interesting challenge for you that you have your eye on, that you're impressed by? Anyone who's coming up?
Yeah, the old girls that you are mentioned, Alexa and the Manot Hero. So yeah, all of them, they are very good. They're very good and very strong. Have their like tactic. They have their like character of the fight, and I think would be very nice to share octagon with them.
Do you still want to fight again this year?
I do. Yes, this is my plan.
Okay, so maybe the end of the year.
End of the year, I think like not to end, but kind of like towards the end would be a good date.
And by the way, did I ask you Amanda or Juliana? Who do you think win? You think Juliana, right?
No, actually, I think Amanda.
Oh,
So I think if Amanda like because I felt in her last fight against Juliana, she kind of like um she didn't look like herself. I don't know, so many factors like affected that. I don't know what is that, family, training camp, friends at the gym or whatever, but she didn't look the same way when we fought with her, like together. She was completely different, like body type, mental type, focus type, completely different.
mm,
So my thoughts, if she will be the same Amanda who I know, she will win the fight.
okay.
But the same way, it's a fight. You never know what's gonna happen. Juliana, she's a strong opponent. She's furious opponent, and she know how much pressure on her now to prove that she is real champion, and she will she will get ready for the fight like a crazy with a lot of like just get rid of everything what's going like outside of the fight and just focus on that thing to beat Amanda and get her like confirmation that she is real champion. So it's very hard opponent, but I still think like it here it this is a lot of if.
Right.
If that happen, it will be this result. If that happen, it's gonna be like, and it's a lot of if. So let's see. Let's not. Yeah. We can say whatever we can say, but the fight it's real, and it will show who's the best.
Okay. And last thing for you, you mentioned like they have to kind of entice you to go up if they want to. What about if they up the money? Is that enticing enough for you? Like if they say we're going to pay you more, is that what you were referring to?
This is like one of the all these circumstances, all the details, what have to be perfect. This is all like all together. Yeah, it's a lot of things to make it perfect, right? And this is one of that.
Okay. I love it. Valentina, you've come a long way. Your confidence in these interviews and to talk about yourself and that you're, the top dog and that all these people talking smack. I love how far you have come as your confidence grows as a personality, as a fighter as well. You've really come a long way. So much respect to you, Valentina. Congratulations on the win, on your success. Congrats to your sister as well. And I'm very curious to see who they come up with. You say you don't look at it. I don't know if I believe that you don't look at it, but I'll take your word for it.
True. It's true. Believe me. Believe me, Ariel. I don't. Before I get a message like from Mick or my manager, like Valentin, they offer you this date, this fighter. Are you agree or no? Before that, I never look at it. Right now, I'm
Amazing.
on travel. I'm on like traveling, driving my truck. Will like soon go in boating. So it's everything I think about, and still like be in the shape, maintain my form to get to be ready for the time when I have to defend my belts. This is everything what I have to worry about right now.
Fair enough. I appreciate you doing this on vacation as well. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you soon. Always a pleasure, Valentina. Thank you.
Thank you, Ariel.
All
Have a
right.
good day. Bye.
You too. There she is, the great Valentina Shevchenko, number one pound for pound in the UFC's women's weight classes. Tremendous stuff. And she really has come a long way as far as just her personality, talking about people talking about the blueprint and this and that. She ain't take no shit from nobody. And by the way, it feels like every time we doubt her, every time we say, oh, the blueprint is there, she comes back in a very big way. This has happened in the past. Remember, it was the Jennifer Maia fight. Everyone's like, oh, the blueprint's out. And then next fight, Jessica Andrade. And then Lauren Murphy and Taila Santos. But yeah, this is part of the byproduct of success is the fact that sometimes you run out of people.